All right, it's time for another edition of Off-Field Activities to talk about what's going on in the world of sports and entertainment. Joining me, as always, is New York Post sports and entertainment reporter, Jenna Lemoncelli. Jenna, how you doing?
I'm doing very well on this Sunday. How are you, Dex?
I'm doing great. So Sunday, start of a new week. Got a lot to talk about what was going on in the world of sports and entertainment last week. And Jenna, a lot of the talk this NFL offseason is going to be about what's in store for the future of quarterback Tom Brady. But now Brady might not be so chummy with a former teammate. What can you tell us about this?
Yeah, per usual, the NFL news is newsing because there's so much going on around Tom Brady. Of course, he's stealing the headlines with his free agency. But on the Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max radio show on ESPN earlier this week, Rob Ninkovich, his former Patriots teammate, had a pretty interesting story that he shared that I happened to catch early in that morning show. And he was basically being asked about, what is Tom Brady's next move? Do you know anything since you guys, were tight? And he said, quote, I've been trying to investigate that. I've been trying to get some info out of that, and I'm not getting anywhere. And then I tried to be nice and, hit up a friend and say, hey, man, great season. I hope you're recovering. You finished well. You got it. And then Brady apparently responded, not according to your hard-hitting analysis. Now, Ninkovich retired in 2017 and then transitioned into an analyst role with ESPN. So it is interesting about what Brady was exactly talking about, because Ninkovich didn't say, but he even seemed surprised by the text exchange. And he said that made him go back in his own memory and try to think about what he had said about Brady that I guess ticked him off.
Yeah, I'd like to know what that is. Ninkovich doesn't remember, but obviously Brady does. He definitely remembers, and they might not be as cool as he thought they were. Now, Jenna, I don't know about you, but I love a great coach's rant, especially the ones that we get like after the game. But we got this one this week from UConn women's basketball head coach Geno Auriemma, and this one happened during the game, in the middle of the game with an interview. Tell us about that.
Yeah, Geno Auriemma, UConn women's basketball coach, of course, famous out there in the collegiate basketball world. He could not hold back his frustration over the officiating in Thursday's game at Tennessee. Now, this was at the half. UConn was leading 40-36, and ESPN's Holly Rowe asked him about how he was going to address putting the Lady Vols on the free throw line after the Huskies had racked up already 8 personal fouls, and Tennessee went on a 19-7 run before the half. Now, he went so animated during this interview. His arms were flailing everywhere. He said, quote, how do I address it? You don't address it. This is what you get when you come down here. The game was called one way and then it changed. Nothing else changed. We didn't change. Nothing else changed. And then he just walked off. Now, of course, nothing to be too mad about, because UConn went on to win the game 84-67 to extend its win streak to 12 wins. But an animated Geno is always entertaining.
Yes, and I'm so glad you pointed out, Jenna, they are on a 12-game win streak. Could you imagine how animated he would be if they were losing all these games?
Oh,
he was winning.
I need a part 2 of that interview post-game.
we all do. We like the passion from Geno. And lastly, Jenna, LeBron James, he also did not hold back. He had a heated moment with a heckler. So what's up with interactions with fans and players at Lakers games lately? Because it's been getting kind of hot and spicy out there.
Crypto.com arena is so interesting because there's not really great basketball being played there by the Lakers, but there's incredible things happening on the sidelines, including this moment that happened with LeBron James. It was halftime of the Lakers-Clippers game on Tuesday. The Lakers were down 77-54 at the half, and LeBron was making his way to the tunnel when a heckler nearby, who appeared to have courtside seats, was saying, hey, Bron, and then things took a little nasty turn when the fan talked about his, quote, receding hairline. And then he said, look, he's mad. Look at him. You sick. And LeBron stopped right in his tracks. And you guys can see this on video footage, which is in the story on thepost.com. But he stopped right in his tracks. And before things could escalate, a security guard held him back. But Russell Westbrook stood nearby and a bunch of other Lakers players to see what was going on to kind of, back up LeBron. Not that he needed it. But yeah, the situation was quickly diffused. But it's also unclear if that fan was confronted by security. But yeah, LeBron James getting heckled left and right on his way to the scoring title to pass Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, that fan did not want to smoke with LeBron. He might think that he did in saying all that with the heckling, but He didn't want that. All right, interesting week in
No.
the world of sports and entertainment. Jenna, we appreciate your expertise as always. That is Jenna Lemoncelli, sports and entertainment reporter, the great one for the New York Post. Check her out there. Thank you, Jenna. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.